Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video I want to talk about any problems you may have with neighbours and what the procedure is. Now that can be anything from a piece of land or something that the neighbour has done in the province, but you need to find a solution, and if you can't come to an agreement, there is a local solution if you live in the province. So if you live in a province in the Philippines like me, then you will be living in what's known as a barangay, and the barangay is just a smaller area basically within a province, and it's officially known as the lowest level of administrative government, and each barangay has what's known as a barangay chairman or captain, or sometimes other known as village chief in local terms. And if you have a dispute with a neighbour, now it could be anything, it could be over a piece of land that's between your property and theirs. Maybe they think they own it and you think that you own it, maybe it hasn't been fenced off correctly. Then if you cannot resolve that dispute with your neighbour, or any other dispute, whatever it may be, then you can go to your barangay hall and talk to the barangay chairman. And what he can then do is he would probably come and meet them or set up a meeting to try and resolve it without taking it any further. And I quite like this system. It means that you don't have to involve the police, and you know, I guess it frees up the police to do more important work, probably. A barangay hall can also be used for health services. It can also be used for like a community centre. I know, like when you have your fiesta, sometimes they're centred around the barangay hall, but that system only works if it's treated with respect. And in some cases that's not the case. It isn't treated with respect. People take matters into their own hands, and I read in the news just yesterday that in Pampanga, in the barangay there, the barangay chairman, Mr. Norberto Lumbang, was shot and killed by 3 or 4 assailants who arrived in a car with guns. I mean, terrible, shocking. And the thing is, he's the 3rd barangay chairman to be killed since 2022. So, you know, it doesn't work when that happens. What is the solution? Well, to be honest with you, the government at a higher level, or the police, or both, have to get involved, and they have to find a solution. You can't have people going around you know, taking the law into their own hands. Now you might argue and say, well, it's not the law, it's a form of law, it's a, you know, government administration, and you know, this has to stop, otherwise the system isn't going to work. Now I actually think it's a good system. I think the majority of people respect any decision that's made. That's been my experience anyway. But you know, when people take the law into their own hands, you can't have anarchy, otherwise you know, it's chaos, isn't it? So I just wanted to share this with you, that you know, the barangay chairman is a very important part of the community fabric, but there must be respect from everyone. You know, you can't go around, if you're not pleased at a decision, you can't go around taking matters into your own hands. we've had experience of it in the Philippines, not people taking matters into their own hands, but we've had contact with the barangay hall about a couple of things, which I'm not going to get into in this channel. I'm not airing my dirty laundry in public, but it's a good system, and I think it's good because, like I said before, it frees up the police at a higher level to do more important things, but they have to do something about this problem. Actually, this kind of got me thinking about the UK and what we would do in the UK if we had any, like, a dispute with a neighbour. And not just the UK, but the US as well. I lived in Houston for a couple of years, back in 2003, 2004. But I don't recall any neighbour disputes. But in the UK, you know, what we would do, depending on where you actually live in the UK, we would go to the local police station and we would register a complaint there, and then they would come out. But then you're wasting police time. I think it's a good idea to have like an administration at the barangay level, as long as it's followed and respected. And what does it solve at the end of the day by, you know, taking out the chairman? You know, he'll just be replaced by someone else. It's really a really sad story, and I don't want you to think that everyone goes around shooting each other in the Philippines. That's not the case. But it's sad to hear something like that. But, you know, some people can be highly strung. So, food for thought maybe. But I just wanted to share this with you about the barangay hall and the barangay chairman and what his actual job is. I want to thank everybody who's subscribed to the channel, and if you're enjoying the content, just press the like button on the video, because it helps with the YouTube algorithm, apparently, so they say. And I'm going to be in the Philippines very soon. I don't have an exact date at the moment. I'm just waiting on confirmation over the next, where are we now, middle of August. I will know by the end of August if I'm flying at the end of September. And in one way it would be good, because I would be able to do maybe more interesting videos and show you, you know, around the province, around the other provinces where we live. But that's the status at the moment, so stick with me, guys. You know, I'm trying to keep the content as interesting as possible, but I understand not everybody is interested in just watching me talk a load of old nonsense. But I thought it was quite topical when I read that in the news today about the barangay chairman in Pampanga and the problems they're having. So again, thanks for watching, and catch you in the next one. Cheers.